Welcome back. We have been doing projects. It has been hot outside and raining, and it has been the perfect weather for doing projects for both the house and the garden. I have introduced Laura to some fun decoupage, and she's building her skills pretty fast, I have to say. I'm a little jealous. But we've had fun. We've made stuff for garden, patio, and inside. So I want to show you some of the fun things we've been doing using decoupage, chalk paint, and a couple of just easy to do but kind of profound looking projects. It has been fun. Come on, let's go look at some cool stuff. This cute little project is an epic example of Melanie failing to get good pictures and good video, but it is an antique candle holder, and I put a coat of yellow paint on there and then wiped it down really good so it emphasized the texture, and I added the carved stone butterflies and birds at the top. This was super easy, super fast, and it sold the next day. I didn't even really get great video for it, but it's an adorable bird feeder now. These pretty candle holders were given to me by a neighbor, and while I really liked the bronzy finish, I felt like they had a kind of a darkness to them. So I put on a coat of duck egg blue and then took a rag and wiped off quite a bit of it. I love that combination of the bronze and the turquoise. It's very southwestern. It's also very Mediterranean. So by putting on a layer of chalk paint and then wiping off, I was able to emphasize the texture. These turned out so pretty. They almost have that kind of like a leopard look to them now. And by putting on a nice coat of spray sealer onto them, they will be able to withstand rain, sun. They can sit outside. A person can wipe them off with a wet rag if they want to, and the paint is protected for a very long time. This sweet little bunny rabbit got picked up at an estate sale. I loved the little form that he was in. He's a porcelain rabbit, and he had these beautiful golden ears. And at first I thought, maybe I would paint him or something like that. But when I saw these botanicals, I knew that this was going to be his second skin. So this was Laura's first decoupage project, and she outdid herself on this. Look how cute he is. And we kept his ears and feet and tail uncovered so that his gold ears really stood out. He is the cutest little thing now, and he enjoys being in the garden. I think this is a keeper. Round frames are always a pretty addition to a space. There's something very lyrical and soft about round or oblong frames that you just don't get with square ones. This one I'd had for years and years. It was in my stash, and I decided to do something just a little bit different. First thing I did was decoupage on some tissue paper that looks like ancient maps. This was definitely a challenge. The tissue paper is so fine and so thin, it's almost like an onion skin, and it tears easily. It doesn't want to be cut into shapes. It wants to grab the decoupage glue, and yeah, this one took me a while. But I kept at it because I really enjoyed looking at that beautiful cherry wood as it was coming through the sepia of the map. I did a quick decoupage on the back just so that it was a little bit more cohesive, but I left the easel, the cherry wood. I used the glass frame. I cut out a piece of very pretty textured paper, and I wanted something to go into this picture frame that wasn't like everything else I have. So with the antique maps, I thought a beautiful transfer, either a botanical or a bird. And after studying it, I decided definitely a bird. This is a cute little whatnot box or a display box. You could put jewelry or maybe some different kinds of stones. There's a whole lot you could do in a little box like this, and it has hangers on the back so that it can hang up on the wall. But the decision was made after looking at these napkins that this was the perfect project for these beautiful purple and sage and navy. They're butterflies and flowers. So the box was heavily lacquered and had to be carefully sanded with some 220 grit sandpaper first. And this is a good example of learning as you go. Laura discovered that when the background is so dark that the decoupage just fades away. So this box then required a good coat of chalk paint. The inside got a coating of chalk paint in the white so that the white napkins would show up better, and the outside got a coating so that it could be a primer. There's absolutely no way that you can take a light colored napkin or paper, decoupage it onto a dark surface, and not have it get lost. The brass netting or mesh that's in the doors is still really pretty and has got good shape and form to it, so we didn't want to mess with that. And the little hinges are a pretty brass. Having the white background makes such a difference, and you really get to see all the beautiful butterflies and dragonflies. Then the decision was made, instead of the dark color on the doors, to do a beautiful soft green that is a nice complement to the purple and green in the decoupage itself. Then a quick spray of a good sealer because you want that chalk paint to stay put. This last project was probably one of my more ambitious projects, and I am absolutely thrilled with how it turned out. I had found a large chandelier at an estate sale, and the minute I saw it, I knew that it would be so beautiful in a garden or on a patio. So, from chandelier to hanging planter, First off, I bought 6 pots at Wal-Mart Garden Center and I painted them black. I wasn't super concerned about how great the paint job was. I just wanted it to be inside and out. I then took these gorgeous botanical napkins, peeled them down to just one layer, put them around the lip of the planter. When you're doing a circle like this, you got to make these little cuts so that stuff will lay flat on the circle. But taking that elevated this planter from all black to something so gorgeous. Then I took the spray paint, put it into a lid, and brushed it on anywhere where there were additional, I don't know, bald spots. And then the chandelier itself was pretty easy to dismantle. It's more time consuming than hard work. You unscrew everything that will unscrew and you pull all the wire out. Then you screw stuff back in so that your piece is, oh, kitty. Then you put the pieces back together so that there are no big gaping holes. I used an indoor-outdoor silicone and I glued all my pots on and then filled them with a good peaty soil because I wanted to plant succulents in here. The nice thing about the succulents is they grow slowly and they won't overwhelm the pots. So there's time for these to be hung on the patio. You could hang it from a tree branch. There's just, oh, it's so beautiful. And it worked out so well. It's exactly the way it looked like in my head. This is up for sale in my garden group. Not something I'd want to ship, but I'm so happy with it. It looks amazing.